here we are. Here we are at the 9th IeSF World Championships in Busan. I'm DK, and this is my co-caster, Ian Sniper Turner. Ian, we're here in Busan. You're nice enough to fly us out. How's your time in Korea been so far?
Really enjoying it so far. I mean, it's been a pretty good experience. We had yesterday to walk around and see some sights, and it was pretty interesting, and what a beautiful place.
Yeah, indeed, and what a place to have these 9th World Championships. And now to the business end. We have a couple of group stage matches, best of ones coming up, 6 in total. We're kicking off with a nice little interesting mix-up between Israel and Thailand, aren't we?
Yeah, I mean, that whole group's pretty interesting. Obviously, you got Chiefs in there who have seemingly wiped the floor so far, but Israel putting up a bit of offense against Switzerland, taking them down on train. We got Myth who haven't had a win yet, so they're eager to get out of the gate. But at the same time, from what we understand, the veto's gone down to train, and it's not looking good for Myth.
Yeah, so, you know, Myth have been together for a little while, but right now I've got to say Israel probably are leaning towards being the heavier favourites.
I'd say so.
If you have been following the matchups yesterday, we'll have some group stage info for you as well. Thailand 0-2, unfortunately, for them. So, you know, little to no chance, actually no chance of making towards that knockout phase. But Israel in a tough mix there with Switzerland, going one apiece this far into the tournament.
Yeah, I mean, this is it. This is like, if Israel get a win here, it pretty much solidifies them going through to the next group stage, especially if Australia was to somehow lose as well. Then I guess maybe it goes head-to-head with Switzerland, and we'll see how that plays out.
Yeah, so right now it is Australia topping the way. They've had some pretty convincing wins as of the moment, and obviously they're in that Tier 1 group in the drawings, and really nothing too unexpected this far.
I mean, to be honest, there's been a couple of upsets in the other groups. Like for me, I think, you know, Russia obviously losing a map. It was pretty close, though. We've got Korea. We know they're going to be really good, right? They're coming in as one of the top seeds. Sweden losing a map, that was a bit of an upset for me as well. Didn't expect that. But apart from that, everything seems to be going to plan.
Yeah, absolutely. So we will get into that bracket stage later in the week. But right now, we've got the Romania of the best of ones right now in Israel. We do see the 2 teams going in. You might know these teams better as Unique Stars and Myth there. As we were saying, Myth, they have that mixed team there. They've got Ginny, who's got quite a bit of a fan base, doesn't she? But she's had a bit of drama this event thus far, hasn't she?
Well, from what I understand, she's lost her mouse.
Which is, you know, based on your experience. That's a big deal, right?
Well,
and her bungee. Like,
I think that it's up there with losing your mouse pad, or, you know, whether she's lost it or whether it's been taken or whatnot, but it's a huge deal. Like, if you practice with this thing, it's like your extension of your arm. You can't just pick up another one and away you go. But, yeah, look, I think she's proven a lot of people that she's actually pretty good. So, you know, she's definitely smashing the haters and, you know, sends a good message for the other female gamers out there.
That's always good to smash the haters, isn't it? So we have Ginny, Overdose, Wannafly, Athanel, and Genius there for the Thailand lineup. And Israel, obviously, having taken it to the
Switzerland on train. Yeah. I think that's impressive. I mean, Swiss, they've got Solek, but I guess you could say that the others are not so well known. But at the same time, Israel, you just don't hear a lot about them. And for them to come out of the gates and beat the Swiss, that would be a huge upset, I think.
Yeah, so we have Fraser Z, Lefreni, Specs? Or Specs?
We'll just go with Specs, I reckon.
Specs and Nerds there. And, you know, a bit of an unknown quantity, this team, but they can definitely make it through the group stages. And, you know, tournaments like this are dangerous, aren't they, for teams like this?
Well, I mean, there's no way to know any sort of form of the teams. You know, we don't get to see teams compete on a nationalistic basis very often. So this tournament is really up for grabs. I mean, that goes without saying, I think.
Yeah. So, you know, they're a dangerous team. We don't know what to expect from them, and it's a best of one right now. I mean, anything can happen, but I mean,
we're looking at Train, though. We're looking at Train. This is the team that they took down the Swiss on, so we're going to assume they're pretty good. Did the other team just do some research, and they're happy for Train to come through? Or a lot of questions to ask, but we'll see when we get into the game, I think.
Yeah, I mean, it was just pretty basic ban all the way till the last map remains. And just to give you a bit of coverage on that, Israel banned Overpass, Mirage, and Cache, or Cache, as I like to say it. And Thailand took out Cobble, Nuke, and Inferno. So, I mean, you know, nothing too unexpected, but interesting to see that Myth would let it go to Train, right?
Yeah, I mean, look, you got to play to your own strengths, I think. There's no point coming to a tournament like this and just shying away from other people's maps. So I think Myth have got kind of the right idea, and I'd like to see how they go in the end.
Yeah, and I have to draw on your playing experience a little bit here, right? You're in the group stages. Thailand, they're going 0-2. One of your players has lost their mice and is borrowing a friend. I mean, where's the drive? Where's the motivation come forward to still put it in there?
Obviously, you've got pride on the line. Nothing really beats that, does it? So, I mean, not to mention the fact that it's a female player. She feels like she probably has a lot to prove here, and they haven't got a win yet. So, I mean, there's no reason for them to give up now, and you just want to try as hard as possible. So, probably going to go lights out.
Yeah, so we'll see what will happen there. But Israel taking on the likes of Thailand, otherwise known as Myth right now. I mean, it would be, like, is there a difference for that pride if you go, you know, I mean, this is probably a really obvious question, but a 0-3, would that just be, you know, absolutely devastating for these guys? Or they're just, you know, you have tournaments where you just don't show up, right? Maybe something was wrong, a bit jet-lagged.
Yeah. I mean, it's a long way to come just to go 0-3. Yep. But then at the end of the day, it's international experience, isn't it? So, and that's what we always talk about, and I think it's something you can really value going forward. And, you know, Israel have definitely come here and given it their best. So, you know, there's no reason for them to take this match lightly either. They want to get out of this group. They were very excited to get this group. Obviously, they got put away handily by Chiefs yesterday. But, you know, good on them for coming in and actually giving it a go. And now they're in with a red-hot chance. Yeah,
indeed. You see the woman of the hour right now, Ginny, playing with a borrowed mouse. But I think she'll still put in that performance. And Israel,
let's hope so.
Yeah, very, very confident, aren't they?
Everyone's confident here, I think, because it's there's probably, only 2 teams here with their full lineup, and that would be the Australian team, even though they have a ringer, and the Korean team, which is MVP. They're definitely the favourites to take out the event. You've got the Chinese team, Eclipse, as well. I think they're heavy favourites now. So I think, you know, if you're not one of those teams, you're just trying your best, and you're just doing everything you can. And if you are one of those teams, you're just got to be really careful you don't come up against like a high-skilled mix.
Yeah. So it looks like flashing lights always means we're ready for the game there, and I think we're about to head into this. This is a best-of-1 between these 2 teams. Thailand, unfortunately, 0-2. But the old guys from Israel, 1-1, go neck and neck right now against Switzerland. Need to win this game to give themselves the best chance of making it through. Obviously, Australia in a very comfortable position should take out that map later in the afternoon against Switzerland to go straight through to that knockout bracket phase. We should be straight into train any moment now. I mean, we do say that Israel are favourites, but I mean, predictions here. Is it going to be, you know, a bit, you hate to see it in Counter-Strike, but is it going to be a bit of a landslide, Ian?
No, I don't think so. I think anyone's got a shot with this one. As you can see there, Ginny's got a new mouse pad. She's ready to go.
That's a nice mouse pad. I wouldn't lose my mouse pad for that mouse pad.
That thing is massive and actually looks high quality, so she's done pretty well there. But look, I think this is going to go down to the wire, to be honest. I don't know if either team is probably you know, got any star individual players really, but I just think it's just going to be a bit of a scrap fight. It's train, so it depends on what side someone starts and warms up, and there's a lot of factors going into the game. But either way, like I just want to see some good CS.
Yeah, I mean, I think that's what we're all here to see. You see the coach of the team, very intense looking. Is he intense looking or a bit nonchalant? I can't quite pick the expression on his face right now.
I don't know. I think he looks a little bit worried. He just looks a bit worried. He's like, man, I hope we win. If we don't win, who knows what will happen when we go home.
Well, I mean, we spoke of the fact that Thailand are coming for that. They're coming in with the 0-1-2, right? Does that make them dangerous? Is there a bit more of a relaxed mood there?
It's like a cage strat, isn't it? You don't really want to fight someone with their back to the wall. They've got nothing to lose. They can come out of the gate swinging. So, and that's what I expect to see. I want to see a fight from both teams, you know. I don't want anyone to be laying down and thinking, you know, we can't get out of groups, there's no point. I want to see them just fighting as hard as they can.
Yeah, so we just got a little bit of a setback there, but should be underway with the game momentarily. But maybe, here we go. It looks like we're into the first round. Israel taking on Thailand. Once again, Israel going 1-1, the same as Switzerland, the group. Australia topping Group A at the moment, 2-0. They'll play later this afternoon against the Swiss. But right now, we have trained. It looks like Israel have started on that CT side. So this is going to be a little bit difficult. Definitely more of an uphill climb for Thailand, isn't it?
Yeah, I mean, Thailand starting on the T side is probably ideal for them. I think that gives them a good opportunity to warm up and really set the pace. You can see Israel with a nice aggressive pistol around his fries, gets a nice 1B on a Wannafly. But Genie is just sitting there patiently, just waiting for him to rotate off. Let's see how this Angel plays out.
Yeah, obviously the buffed up blocks there. Ethanol does manage to find Friday, so the trade comes in eventually, going 1-for-1 right now. Obviously, it's going to favour that T side, but still very early days and a lot of information gathered from these 2 CT players. Genius will make his way up Ivy, just clearing all the angles through here, and we'll see if we can get through anything. Z just holding down that position, and looks like Schwex has made his way through towards the bomb site here. So it looks like it's a heavy commitment bomb placed towards Ivy, and now Z is actually going to turn his back. So if the timing doesn't get right here, so a lot of utilities. He needs to find one of these frags, manages to get out there and go to the cover of the smoke, and his teammate looks like they'll be wrapping around. It might be an interplay here, but Laffin in a great position. Unfortunately, doesn't land too many shots. And Genius just pre-firing away, just trying to find something. Don't check this angle. There could be a bit of trouble here. Hitting the Glocks do favor them in this situation. Overdosing away with that Glock, taking away Lefree, and now it's a 4-on-3 situation.
Well, that's pretty interesting here. It's a nice play from Thailand to wrap through the CT spawn, but some nice shooting coming out from Specs as he gets two of the T players, and now it's up to Ginny. She was on the flank, but 1 versus 2, a lot to ask here. Got to recover that bomb. 26 seconds left on the clock, and the CT players are in really good positions with a lot of HP.
Yeah,
see if she can pull it off.
Is definitely a tall drink of water for Ginny. She has got a Glock fade though, so giving herself the best defense she can. She needs to find one of these shots quickly. They know where she is. 11 seconds. If anything, she can recover the bomb and makes it, but she might just have to find the frag here. She's not going to have that time to plant. I mean, this is dangerous though.
Oh, she's got it. She's got
made
it easy.
4.5?
Yep.
There you go. Easy time. Now it's just for the clutch situation. Nurse knows exactly where they are, so it's just a dance, a merry-go-round in this 1-on-1 to pick up this all-important pistol here. That USP is running it down, trying to find the head there, but not landing a shot right now. Ginny playing this very
so well played by Ginny. She's wasting so much time. She's not in her own peripherals. She's already got 2 kills, and now she's just playing with Nerds. See if she can just survive. It's all she needs to do.
Oh, there you have it. A great clutch coming out from Ginny to open things up. And it really looked like Israel had that down. It looked like they're in the position. They had the crossfire.
Everything was looking good until Ginny came along. So, well done to her. Look, that was just a really nice, solid clutch. I mean, obviously the CTs, they were in the right positions, but you still have to play Counter-Strike, right? And at the end of the day, maybe Nurse just didn't play that so well. Maybe his teammate didn't communicate so well. Obviously, not taking the fight there could be what undid them in the end. I mean, I feel like when she was fighting the high-ramp player, should have just gone for the fight instead of trying to hide and waste time. 4 seconds left on the clock. Got the bomb easily. No opposition from Nerds. So we can see like a force buy coming out here from Israel. They're really keen to get back into this match as soon as possible. We've got the Thailand guys, though, or guys and girls, I guess you have to say now. But they've got a mixed buy, pretty weak actually with the Galil, just the AK, considering everything went to plan. So I think they're kind of ready for this, looking at the utility of the CT players, just the CZ and the Deagle. But it's just a nice, patient game. I like to see this, saw this on the pistol round. Thailand, very patient and just trying to wheeze out any mistakes from Israel. Obviously, the aggressive play actually worked out in Israel's favor last time, but I thought Thailand regrouped and really capitalized on that first pistol round and, you know, just played with their rotations. I thought Israel, they're playing some respectable CS, but they're just not hitting their shots right now.
Yeah, definitely. We did see there was an opportunity there for Nerds to land a couple of shots and maybe clutch out that round. But Ginny playing it to absolute perfection, rewards herself with an AK for her troubles. And the double scout setup here, I mean, it's interesting. It is trained.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, 1 shot from the scout, 74 HP, something around there. 1 hit with the Deagle and they're down. So it looks like things are going to culminate into this round. Specs gets 2 headshots with the scout. Doesn't even need a teammate's assistance at this point. And they're in a 4 versus 3 situation. Ginny with everything left to do again, 1 versus 4. This has gone so bad for Thailand.
Yeah, and they have spotted her out as well. Bomb is dropped towards the middle of that side there. And Specs with a 3rd scout headshot. I mean, you spoke about the 74 damage. When you're landing shots like that, you might as well replace the AWP.
Look, I'm not shy of the scout myself, Danny. I don't know if you know, but I'm a big fan.
Yeah.
And yeah, it really can turn the tide, especially maps like Dust 2, Train, etc. So getting those headshots is pivotal, and they've won the they've won the eco round. And Thailand are going to be reeling here. They really spent a lot of money on that last round, and you know, for their patience, they didn't really have anything after that. So they definitely weren't rewarded for the effort they put in.
Yeah, this could be some insight into the way that Train might play out for Thailand if they don't have too much to offer. Obviously, still very early days, and once they get the full utilities in upgraded rifles, I mean, they can't really pug this map out against these Israeli guys, can they?
I mean, they can give it their best shot. And at the moment, though, they're forced back into this round to try and salvage some pride straight away. But the Israeli guys recovered a lot of their weapons. And you can see they've invested a little bit into this round. Specs obviously off the scout now. He's earned his AK-47. I'd probably keep him on the scout, but maybe Fries will show us something. You know, you're up against a weak buy from the T's, and, you know, they know that. So they've brought up appropriately. And both teams fairly patient. I've been pretty impressed with the discipline considering the circumstances. And as we see, it looks like we're going to see an inside hit. Maybe there's some flashes going on outside from the lurker. And the CT is very defensive, but we've got that one player just hiding up underneath the coil who hopefully Specs can bait enough attention away from him. And if Thailand don't clear out that corner, they're going to be in a lot of trouble. But we see here the CTs are getting a little bit impatient, moving around a lot.
Yeah,
so Thailand just looking for the right time.
Really interesting what Molly does right now. Timing on that, one does Wannafly get burnt alive there in the Nerds. This timing is absolutely incredible, but Ginny finds one with that CZ. We'll be able to recover that UMP for a trouble, so it's a 2-on-3 situation right now. 26 seconds left that Molly just saved till absolutely the most pivotal moment. Specs only on 14 HP, and they have a pretty clinical stuff. They do lose 2 players, but that was very well done there on that inner bomb side.
I mean, Nerds just had the MP9, so he didn't give many things for that round, let's just say.
All of the things.
Yeah. And, you know, at the end of the day, I mean, Thailand, they gave it a good shot, but Israel not showing so much respect now. They're starting to cotton on to the way that they're playing, and Thailand are really got to bring something new to the party here. The last couple of rounds have looked pretty similar. They're going for a full eco here to get their economy back on the mend. And look, Israel, they don't really need to do anything at this point. Hopefully that we can see some action, though. I'd like to see a bit of a scrap fight as the Glocks rain down the small ladder.
Oh, there you go. Nurse just banking the money. They're finding their heads as well. Eventually gets traded out by the Glock. Might manage to recover that SMG at this stage, but this is a foregone conclusion this round. And I got to say, I mean, I can't speak too much about the insight on these the Israeli playstyle and how they like to play their CS, but it's interesting to see that Thailand haven't gone aggressive yet or played that kind of really popular Asian dynamic style of CS that we're used to seeing from the region. Yeah,
I think we need to give them a chance. So, I mean, it's only early days yet. They haven't had a proper gun round, I suppose, but this is their opportunity to show us what they got. They got a lot of utility here. They've brought up pretty well. Got the one AWP there on Ethanelli or Ethan Lily.
Ethanel?
Ethanel.
Ethanel?
Ethanel.
Yeah. Oh, this is Makalele's Asian brother. Yeah.
Yeah.
Ethelele. So Specs has got it off now, so we'll see what we can do. And it's just been absolutely close to get down towards main here. Nerds does get taken out towards E-Box, so it's a 4-on-4 situation. The utility is super low for this T side, though. A couple of smokes to get the execute underway, but look at the utility. But the one on the side, Frizer gets aggressive towards Pop Dog and takes one down. Wannafly, and you need to land shots like that if you want to get away with anything. But it is still 2-on-2 for Mass in hand of Z. He's down to 48 health, and it's looking a lot better here for Thailand now.
So Ethan Lele here with the AWP, he's doing really well. Really well. He's got already the entry into the site. He's got the bomb ready to go. 1 minute 14 left on the clock. A lot of work here for Z to do. This could be the first gun round for Thailand.
Yeah, unfortunately, trying to take as much money as they can to the next going rounds. Manages to hold on to that for Mass, and is going to have to do a lot of work here to try to find something. And the T is in great positions. Z is going to have to do something amazing. He's got that one flashbang, but right now he has made his way onto the site, letting his presence known. He's just going to have to do something magically to try to get away with it. But right now,
Thailand playing very disciplined at this moment.
Well, yeah, that's to my point that I was making earlier. It was credit to them. It wasn't working out for them, but they're trying to play methodical Counter-Strike, and maybe, I mean, we say we like to say that, but that's not good.
Well, Z's just going to save this AWP,
yeah,
so they still win the round, but that's pretty detrimental to the economy of the T's. But yeah, look, they're playing fairly disciplined.
But it's not
working.
working.
They did just bust into the A site just then really fast, and it didn't really catch Israel off guard because I feel like they're going to be ready for that in this sort of tournament.
Specs is just really holding off that angle quite well, isn't he?
Yeah, definitely. But, you know, the trades came out. Wannafly with some nice entries as well. So Thailand just did everything right there, and they played that clutch situation pretty good. But, you know, letting that AWP slip, as you can see, they don't have one now. The CTs have brought up fully. The double AWP setup is going to be really powerful. I feel like Thailand know they saved the AWP, but whether or not they can know or foresee this second AWP, it could really undo them. So maybe they've cottoned on to the faster strategies paying off, but looks like we're going to see an aggressive AWP pick here from Nerds.
Well, right now, it looks like the Thailand guys, we haven't seen too much utility on them, whether they were on eco or not. Like, as you see, we're still in the early stage of this round, and they only have a flash and a smoke, and now Nerds might get a freebie here if they don't play this cautiously, but it looks like he's falling off the angle. Just trying to get himself into a bit more cover as left, and he finds onto Genius there. Gets another shot, so there you have it. Not working out too well. Picks out with the volley and actually chokes that one as well. Yeah, you do hate to see it, but they want to fly. Manages to get away with a bit of health. Needs to find his spray, but doesn't get the better of his counterpart. And now it's 3-on-2. Bomb has gone down though, and Ginny,
she's doing work. Got 2 kills already so far this round. Ethan, though, getting taken down with some sloppy peeking there, leaving a lot of work for Ginny to do. But she's done it before. Gone for the force defuse in the smoke. Can she get him through the smoke? She's so close. Specs comes in with the cover. Can she just keep alive?
She has to hold on to this rifle now. That's the most
She
important
can
part.
take something with her. Oh.
That is very unfortunate there. So everything working out in for Israel, and they just bite that one right back. And their economy is actually looking quite well now, especially because they recovered that AWP in the previous round.
Yeah, I mean, the retakes from Israel so far have been spot on. Just that one round where they messed up, pretty important round, but unfortunately the pistol round is a bit like that these days, with both the pistols fairly even and, you know, it can go either way. But, you know, to Israel's credit, they're just handling this Thailand side pretty well at the moment. As we see just another bit of an eco coming out from them. Ginny's obviously feeling it. She's doing a lot of damage, so picked up the deagle even with her borrowed peripherals. And she's going to see if she can make some plays, get her teammates into the brown halls, and then after that point, see what she can do with that deagle. As Israel want a full buy here. Oh, just as I say that,
Ginny finds one onto
the entry.
Nerd. So there you have it. I'd really like to see what Thailand have to offer once they get full utilities, full buys in, see if they got anything in that strap hook. But right now, just relying on that raw aim. We've seen Genius pull off a couple of shots, but Ginny, she is really paving the way for this Thailand team to do something. 4-2, it's, you know, the rounds that they have gone down in have looked a bit one-sided, but at this stage they do have a bit of a favor. You know, the scoreline isn't the whole story, but still very early days. How many rounds does Thailand need to gather? I mean, in the worst possible situation for them to go into that second half?
Look, I'd go as far as saying worst case scenario, they need about 4. Yep. And then if they have a really solid CT side, then they're still in with a chance, winning the pistol round, of course.
Yeah.
So, I mean, going from there, I mean, that's a good starting point, but we really want to see like an 8-7 half for both these teams to give themselves a great chance into the next half.
Absolutely. The KCC's just pop it up towards upper there. Just trying to find a shot there, but it looks like Lafreni's just going to find the nice 3Ks. Genius with that one picked up rifle manages to find something. Will go down, so now it's just down to Ginny once again. We've seen this so many times before, but can she get anything done? She's literally just got only a deagle. Now she's going to get flanked here by Fries. Will flash himself out just for prosperity's sake, but this is a very easy kill for him, and there you go, the cleanup coming through. So they get the 2K down. Maybe an extra kill might have been a bit nicer, but not too bad considering.
I mean, they're definitely taking their time hitting these sites, but at this point it's becoming a little bit predictable that they go inside when they have a low buy. Now expect them maybe to do like an outside execute. You know, I think Israel has really cottoned onto this and playing it pretty well. But at the same time, Thailand, it was just an eco for them, but they're still getting a little bit of success, so it's not that bad. It's not all over yet, but Thailand now on their buy round. Looks like they're going to opt for some sort of default where they get some map control together at the Ivy. Israel, again, no aggressive plays apart from inside Nurse with the AWP. See if he can get taken down again. There is a player posted up in the halls there.
Yeah, but once again, we have to have a look. I mean, at this stage, they prefer to get the firepower. They prefer to get the AKs, maybe rely on their aim at this stage. But, I mean, would you like to see maybe a couple of UMPs, even a pistol coming out with the full utility behind any one of these players? Because we have not seen full utility, and we're going to the 8th round.
Yeah, I mean,
these Thai guys.
Look, a map like Train, you really need the long distance AK-47 one shot. So that's what you want here. I mean, we're looking at like very heavy two sides. You know, I don't think Thailand have a lot in their strat book. You can see here they're just going for a bit of map control and brute forcing their way down Ivy, just like the pistol round. It's going to be up to Israel here to hold it off. They got a nice crossfire, but obviously the smoke ends that. As Genius with the nice entry onto the site takes down. Everybody's just falling to bits here. Like even the Nerds dies trying to push inside. Now his teammates doing the same. And we're in a 4 versus 2 situation. Bombs just coming now into the A site. But the CTs are in really good positions to deal with this in respects with another pick onto Genesis. So.
That was actually, that's not taking anything away from that. That was a good flick there onto Genius, but the bomb will go down. 3-on-2 situation. Still a lot of utilities left on the Frenny, so it looks like he might have an opportunity to do something. Ethanel? Ethan.
I'm just going with Ethan.
Ethan?
Yeah, man.
It's definitely Ethan.
I think
let's start with the memes.
I don't know with the land refney or whatever you're going with. I don't know where you're getting that from, but I'm pretty sure it's just land refney. But by all means, go ahead.
Well, if they're going to meme their names, I'm going to call them. But 3-on-1 right now. Specs with that AWP has done some good work with it. It would be great if you can hold on to this. And it looks like the hunt is not going on. Maybe just checking out towards T-spawn there, but they're going to the wrong direction. So it looks like Specs will be able to hold on to that AWP, bring it to the next round there in Thailand with a little bit of life still going into the midst of this first half.
Look at them. They look excited. They're focused.
Mate, it's the focus.
Yeah,
yeah,
definitely.
It's all the focus.
Got the towel there. It's
I
ready
need
to
a
eat
towel.
up some CTs.
My hands get so clammy.
Really?
Yeah.
Look, I've never had that
weak.
problem.
Mums.
Oh,
Pasta.
yeah. You want to bust down some rhymes?
It looks It's a little bit of concern. But 5-3 Israeli timeout.
Look at that. He has sixth sense. He just knew.
So you know they get...
he just knew the camera was on. He's like, oh, dirt.
They get 4 30-second timeouts here. 2 per half, obviously, right now. 5-3. Interesting time for a, call, really, I think.
Well, I mean, now's a better time than any, I suppose. You really want to stop the rot. So don't let Thailand get on any sort of landslide, any sort of momentum. You can see, I think they're slowly starting to warm up into this T side. Look, they probably just needed to decide whether or not they were going to buy it. I mean, Israel, we're talking them up. They've really got 2 players at the moment, Refni and Specs. They're just doing everything at the moment. So it's good that they've got the guns and they've got the CZs put onto Fraser and Z. We talk about this a lot, just spreading out the weapons with those who are playing the best. Fraser, really nice position here. Yeah. Hopefully can catch someone off guard.
Really nice close angle, so you can shred anything. We've seen the devastation that CZ can cause. It looks like it's a heavy presence. Wonderfly will take down Specs. And now it's a 4-on-5 situation. Nice close corner there, Genius. Got a nice spray. Tries to get the transfer, but the trade comes in anyway from Ethan. And now it's 2-on-4 there. M4 still in hands of that key player that you said. If he can find a frag, he could bring it back for his team. Z needs to land this shot. If he gets 180, it'll be absolutely devastating.
3 bullets.
Will go down.
Oh!
He finds one onto Ethan. So now it's a 2-on-2. That CZ causing devastation. Once again, this win has to go down. But that is a bomb.
That's a huge deal. They've just taken down the cold zero of Thailand. As Ginny goes down, PP overdose with everything left to do. You've lost it now. You're gone.
Yeah,
but
the cold zero of Thailand. That is chops, mate.
Lan Refni and Z, just everything to do here to rescue this. They just need to do better than they did in the piston round. 2 versus 1.
They are low, though.
Yeah, it's definitely doable. 43 seconds. Look at that nice flick onto Z. And Lan Refni with everything to do now. He's out of position, but it could work out in his favour. There's no way for PP Overdose to quickly find him. 30 seconds left on the clock. He's got a lot of utility. He can really cover things off. I feel like he wants to opt to go back inside. Lan Refni has got no idea.
Yeah, this is the right call.
It's going to be a really hard... Well, the thing is, like, retaking inside on a low HP is really hard because you're coming in from one of the 3 only choke points, whereas outside you could literally just appear from any sort of train. So really good call for PP Overdose and really hard to retake this site. I wonder if he'll just try and recover an AWP and just leave it at that. But he's opted for an AK. He's throwing a flash outside just to, potentially mess with the mind of Overdose, but he wouldn't have heard it.
Yeah, this is going to be difficult.
He's got the Molotov as well. No, that's huge. I mean, both players have a Molotov, but
it doesn't make a difference, right?
HP.
You can still get that Molotov
14 HP is what we're dealing with here. No smoke grenade for the CT as the defuse comes out. Looking at the place he Molotoved. And Overdose here, just faking him out. Not going to opt for his own Molotov. Just go straight up for the Angel. Need to save that stuff for next round.
That was interesting, wasn't it? But really backing himself. Thought maybe he was sticking to the fuse because he obviously had keen sense of where the clock was and does manage to get away with it.
I mean, that's the second clutch round where you've really got to question Israel's positioning. Both players not working together, no crossfire, no communication, no ability to trade. So really got to question that. Israel need to have a talk, maybe another timeout, and just fix that up before the next half. Because if this continues to happen, Thailand are definitely going to punish them. They're playing really well right now.
Yeah, they're getting solid there, and obviously as that economy grows, so will their ability. What is that grill on your face right now?
I'm just laughing at the cold zero thing. It's
all right. You do like to entertain yourself, but no, she is doing. She is very.
Ginny.
Yeah, she's putting it on for the Thailand guys.
She's definitely doing work, and here we are saying like, look, we knew she was doing work yesterday, but she's literally on borrowed peripherals now. Like, it's not on her own mouse. She's got no mouse bungee, and she's just still going ham. So credit to her. As we have Israel just getting mopped up a little bit there on their eco, trying to get their finances back in order. Previously bankrupt.
Yeah, she is.
There's
Cold
the
Zero.
star. Cold Zero.
Yeah, cold.
Trying to fem it up.
Yeah, I was trying to cold. I got nothing. We'll figure it out. We'll show you. We'll get a nice name for her coming through.
I think Ginny works.
Yeah, Ginny works too. Yeah,
Ginny. She's the Ginny of Thailand.
Zera. No,
Who's the Ginny of Israel? Let's have a look.
Who's the Ginny of Israel?
You'd probably say Lan Refni.
Really? Specs is just.
Specs is good for like the initial kills and maybe like when stopping any sort of rush. But Lan Refni's been the guy who's mop up crew. Like he's fixing the end of the rounds.
Going 12-6 right now, so good numbers there. But Specs, it's just so hard to go past that 3K headshot scout round for himself. That's quite impressive.
That was a huge round. That really set the 5 rounds for Israel. Without that, they could have been like 0-10 right now. But they've had a good economy since that round, and a tactical pause here. It's they only last 30 seconds, so you really got to know what you're going to talk about in those 30 seconds.
It's
like
a bit of prep.
You literally get another freeze time, and that's it. So
they were saying.
Oh, okay. So we're just being informed it's a technical timeout for Israel.
Yeah.
Got a bit of an issue with one of their peripherals.
That tall, boding man there is the
I would not mess with him.
referee's boss. He's in there to make sure everything is kosher.
Yeah.
And he's from Finland, and he has the deepest, most sensual voice ever.
Oh, okay.
Just throwing that out there as a fun fact.
Where would that be useful?
I can hear it from here. They're in like kind of like a booth. I don't think it's soundproof, but it's like, you know.
I'd go as far as saying it's soundproof, isn't it?
Probably, but I mean,
the door's
regardless,
open. That's why we can hear. The door's open.
Feel his bass coming through all that
you're like a deaf
double
person
layer.
that puts a hand on a speaker, and you can
Is that
feel
what
the
they do?
music.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, you can feel him talking right now.
I can feel him.
Is that what you're going with?
It's making me feel warm and fuzzy.
Right.
Along with the impressive play that Ginny's putting on.
Could you imagine having a technical issue and this guy comes over? He's like, "What's the problem?"
Yeah. He's just like
nothing.
That's what he does. I think he trained himself right, so they can through the soundproofing, through the earmuffs, they can hear him. But 5-5 here in this first half. We are at the 9th Esports World Championships group stages. Thailand, unfortunately, playing for pride, but Israel kind of need this win, don't they?
Definitely. Like, this solidifies them getting out of the group. So Thailand here just to crush dreams. As we see both teams now.
Well, I heard, I read on Ginny's profile, she's a dream crusher.
Is that true?
That's what she does. No, that's totally made
You
up.
just make that up.
Yeah.
Danny, come on. I know you've got better stuff than this.
Well, you said Thai female Cold Zero. You can't beat that. How do you come up with anything better? But right now we do see she is the only player with no utility. It looks like they're going for a low-ramp player. Left friend, if he gets a straight out here,
yes.
1-2, drops a bomb down towards lower ramp, and he's going to find the third as well. So there you go. The player of the hour, the one you called Israeli Cold Zero, is going huge once again. Is that not what you said?
Israeli Genie.
Oh, Israeli.
He's
so he's
really
not quite Cold Zero.
He's really, they made a huge mistake. Going inside, this guy's just a mop-up crew at the moment. He's just smashing their inside takes. Genie's still alive, and so is PP Overdose. So there's still a chance, right? We can't rule them out. They've won some pretty good clutches so far.
Every time you say PP Overdose, I feel like you're going to say PPAP, which was
Why is it
like
PP
a year
Overdose?
ago.
Why can't it just be Overdose?
What if it's Poverdose?
Is like a this guy
Poverdose?
used to really like the PP Bison, and now it got nerfed.
No
He's
one like the biz. I love how you say Bison. It's Bison.
Bison?
Yeah, back home we say no.
Is that like a Street Fighter
Bison.
character?
Anyway, it's Tekken here.
Yeah,
I don't know why you said that title, mate. That's we don't know that title here.
What is
here
Street
at the 9th
Fighter?
IeSF World Championships? We have Tekken 7. One of our 3 titles, along with League of Legends. So let's forget that. Although I do love Marvel vs. Capcom. Regardless, Ginny, there we go. She finds a 1.
What did I say?
2 on 3. She needs to find another, but Nertz will take
Would have got
her
that
out.
with her own mouse.
Yeah, definitely would have gotten it. If she had a bungee, Nertz is just finished, right?
Yeah.
2 on 2. But now it's down to Poverdose.
Oh, no.
And he saw him. Was it 4x3? What happened there?
Yeah, it was one of those things where you check a corner, but, don't really check
The double take.
Yeah.
Yeah. So nice little grin coming up from there.
I mean, I don't even want to say PP Overdose anymore because it's just like if you break it down syllable by syllable, then it doesn't ring well.
Poverdose. You know what? If they're not going to put the names as written in the log,
Poverdose.
we should pronounce it how it's on the screen.
Well, it's not like you get phonetics with this, is it? It's not like they say, hey, this is my name on paper, and here's how you phonetically pronounce it.
Well, you go up to these guys and you ask them like how you say it, and then they say it, but they've got their accent, right? And I still don't know, and I ask again. But at this stage, you're not going to ask 5 times. You're like, oh, yeah, thanks. Like, that's cool. And then just like, okay.
Back at square one.
Yeah, I got nothing out of that. But, yeah, these guys.
Is it Xi or Z? Now I'm questioning everything.
I mean, if that's the one downside of an international event like this, I think I can live with it, as we do see 6-5. It's turning into a bit of a grind, isn't it, this map?
Yeah, definitely. I mean, we thought this would turn into a close scrap fight. Both teams obviously giving it their all, but, we don't know much about either of these teams outside of this tournament. So I guess the feeling is that, both teams have no idea what's happening until it happens. So it's just whoever adapts the quickest and whoever has the best aim on the day. And it's pretty even so far.
Yeah, nice little spray down there from Specs. I thought he was going to get the second, but Z manages to do the clean up onto Genius there. Specs will find Wanna-Fly as well. So that's 5-2 situation. Nertz will go down, but the trade coming out onto Thai, Cold Zera. And now Ethan there with that D-Law. It is Ginny's D-Law. She's got some nice skins there, doesn't she? Nonetheless, he's down on 20. What did you say?
Irrelevant, Your Honor.
Irrelevant. Ethan. Yeah, he's got some utility. He has the orb, so 123 health is what he wants, but he needs to find these frags, but he might be taken out. Crossfire, set upon him, pins it. Yeah. Does it go down in the end?
A sigh of relief for Israel.
Yeah, a little bit. You know, they were very confident, right? They're the guys that cheered when they ended up in this group, and they're finding it a lot more
it's a good
troublesome.
group to be in, to be honest. Like, there's harder groups.
Oh, for sure.
At
Definitely.
the same time, it's pretty cocky to be cheering away for, you know, at the time that they were cheering.
It's because more specifically
it literally only had Australia in there, but it is the only 4-team group. So we're looking at, you know, they just had to win a couple of games and they're through, right? But I didn't expect them to beat the Swiss. That was a bit of an upset for me.
Yeah.
But they're really struggling here against Thailand. And, you know, sigh of relief, yeah, sure, because they've only got their 7th round on the CT side of this map. And we don't know what their T side holds. Thailand going for that inside with just Glocks, just to try and get the bomb down. Obviously, sometimes you can feel like you can, because it's so close to the entrance, you can get the bomb down really fast. But at the end of the day, you've got just Glocks coming out of a tiny doorway. So Landrefny here looking to mop up and add to his ADR. Let's see what he can do, the Israeli Genie.
The Israeli Genie, but speaking of the Thai Cold Zero, this is getting very confusing there. Specs, you need to land shots like that, but right now he does manage to get the tag through though. Yeah, and I was thinking,
bit of a slow round just for Glocks. I mean, jeez.
Yeah, I mean, maybe they're trying to do a play, maybe getting a bit off guard, but they're not going to have any of this. And then,
gee, what a mop up. He made it look easy.
Just, like, what is he on now? He's 20 plus, surely, at this stage.
That's what you want. He's not even phased. He's like, bring it on, bring next round.
Yeah, let's get this
staying hydrated. Ready to frag.
So we spoke about the proverbial ideal half, not ideal half for Thailand, but the half that gives them an opportunity to take this map against the Israeli guys. They got 5, which is one more than you said they needed. Are they in good stead if they get a 10-5 half? Obviously, pending that pistol round.
Yeah, I think 5 is good. You know, obviously they got to get the pistol round and hopefully win the anti-eco this time. But you know, 5 gives themselves a chance. They're already in with the chance right now. It's not over yet. They still could get the end of this half. Obviously, Israel will be able to buy next round even if they lose this one. But the next round, maybe not so much. As we see here.
Want to fly. He wants to fly. He wants to fly through. He's trying to find a frag. You need to land that shot. Specs will go down straight away. The trade comes out, but it's a 2-for-1 in favor. Just as I said, the man of the hour for the Israel guys. Brenny finds 1, but the trade's just all over the map. Overdose gets away with 2 HP, so now it's a 2-on-2 situation.
Oh, look at this rotate. Both players pushing from the inside halls and now coming around from T-spawn. I wonder if Ethan can hear that. It looked like they were going quite quick. He can definitely hear one of the players going down to Ivy. He's definitely all over this right now. As PP Overdose with 2 HP in the AWPs in the perfect you know, weapon class for a low HP kill. So, again, Thailand, they're in the right positions. See if Israel's play can pay off here.
Yeah, if they get caught off. Ethan is keen onto it. He definitely has heard a player, but it's just the timing here is so pivotal for these two guys. 50 seconds, still plenty of time left. The bomb has gone down. Ethan, if he doesn't check, this might get taken out, but gets a nice flick onto Lefreni. So that's the man you want in a clutch situation, but Nertz hasn't done too badly himself.
No, well, he did go down to Junior, if you remember. So Ethan with the superior positioning. Obviously, Nertz should know exactly where he is. Both players now know exactly where each other are. The bomb is down, though, so pressure's on Nertz. He's got the defuse kit. It's a really important round here, this 14th round. The flash comes out. He hasn't tapped the bomb. Ethan should know this. He's just trying to waste time. Now he needs to go for the fight. He's getting really close, but somehow he just manages to get away with his life.
Yeah, Nertz needed to land a couple of those shots at this stage. This round is a foregone conclusion. Manages to go onto the bomb, just making it out. But time's gone, and Ethan.
Thailand have got the clutch.
Yeah, they definitely do against these Israel guys.
You got to be happy with that. You know, that's a huge round for them, especially like we were saying about 5 rounds is enough for that yada yada. Now they're in a really solid position to get the 7th round. Whereas before, if they lost that round, their economy would be in shatters again, and they would have had an awkward bye. But you can see even now, even though they won the round, coming down to a 1v1, it's really hurt them. So we've got the 2 UMPs, like you were saying. I feel like this is going to be some sort of like, you got to use those UMPs wisely. So
yeah,
hopefully maybe inside or coming down the ladder. So yeah, it looks like it might be just a fast out here with the split.
But we saw them so sharp in the earlier parts of this half now, and Ethan just kind of dancing, not even jiggling, just kind of wide picking around the E-box. Nertz really needs to land one of those shots.
Yeah,
speaking of, he gets taken down. So
I feel like the pressure's getting to them.
Yeah, definitely.
You know, they're starting to feel it slip away from them. Yeah, definitely. And, you know, Thailand's there to capitalize. So, as you can see, it's down to a 5 versus 3 already. Israel's just crumbling under the pressure at the moment. They're just, they're just falling to pieces as it's looking really bad for Israel. No,
it's
but Thailand's
all
just doing
but
really well.
over.
Yeah.
Now Specs needs to show some of that form he did earlier. Now Lefreni needs to find shots like that. He's been doing such a great job locking down that inner bomb site, but here in this clutch situation, they're just not landing the pivotal bullets that they need to. And at this stage, it looks like they'll get to that 8-7, which is actually a great result, and the result you want to see.
That's an ideal result for Thailand. Israel should be a little upset considering they won the anti-eco at the beginning of the half. It was a really good opportunity for them to post a solid 12 rounds. They got really sloppy, lost just about every single clutch situation, played them pretty woefully, but at the end of the day, you got to just give kudos to Thailand for just making the most of a bad deal.
Yeah, I mean, this is the case. And this is one of the lineups where we do see kind of the full team coming through. I think they maybe have like one player that is a sub or not on that solid roster. But, I mean, we spoke of this before. You mentioned that maybe it's that 13th round, but we've had to cover some exciting CS. But I've got to go back to this. You're a very heavy anti-strap man. When you're coming up against these mixed teams, you can sort of look at the core players, but what's preparation like? Is it just an absolute nightmare, or you do the best you can and kind
of
wing it?
An event like this or a typical event?
An event like this where like the teams are just a bit of a hex-mex of a bunch of players sometimes. What do you look at, really?
I think for these sorts of events, you've got to dial it way back. You can't be focusing on little tiny calls or telltale signs for things. You just have to play the game as it goes. It's one of those games where you just go in with your own default game plan. If it works, great, continue with it, right? But as soon as you start to slip, you really need to adapt straight away. I feel like the three-man binds play for the T side, Thailand just constantly brute forcing their way out Ivy was really just too much to handle for Israel. They didn't adapt to it. The crossfire that they had set up there with the player in cutout and back aisles was just useless once the smokes come. So they didn't handle it very well. They didn't adapt, and there you go. Thailand have got post 7 rounds on the board just from a couple of outside splits. So that's all you need to do. You just need to be able to adapt really quickly in these games. Not so much anti-strat.
Yep. So there you have it. We'll see who can adapt the fastest. It looks like Thailand have done quite a good job there. Just seeing Specs looking for a little bit of aggression coming out to IVC if they get the same medicine, but it looks like they're going to be playing a bit more passively here, just waiting for some kind of push, and it looks like
looks like a mirror match at the moment. It's like everyone's just copying everyone. It's the exact same thing we saw from Thailand in the first round. They just waited for pushes. But no one seems to be doing it. No one seems to be playing that mixed sort of style, except obviously Israel went for their Ivy aggression. And this round, Thailand's not opting for that. So Israel's checked out Ivy, made a bit of a play there. So Thailand just have thoughts of the numbers of players towards that side of the map. But as you can see, that they're silently regrouping over towards that B site. And I feel like they're just going to brute force their way down that lower ramp. So a lot of pressure now onto these two players inside. Let's see what they can do. They're in the good positions using that long range for the USP. And obviously this one here nice and silent in the corner. But it's star player Ginny for Thailand. We've seen her really shine so far this match.
Well, yeah, she was superstar of that last round, clutching it out in a 2-on-1 situation. We didn't really put it to her. Bomb not in control. Crossfire setup, but she lost it completely.
Let's just see how this unfolds. It looks like they're going to bust down that low ramp. As Genius here just behind them all, whiffs a few shots, but then hits 2 huge one-taps. And Israel reply nicely. So 2 versus 2 situation. We got Ethan and Wannafly. We haven't seen much from Wannafly. He's got a couple of entries, but that's about as far as it goes. And really, this is them solidifying that second half. Great start if they can just win this 2 versus 2. Israel unaware of both the players' whereabouts. They're about to cotton on now. Looks like they want to get back into that brown horse, but they're just a bit too hesitant. Z with a bit of a scrap fight there. Let's see how this pans out. 2 versus 2.
Yeah, they're just waiting for the opportunity to get that smoke down and tap that bomb. There is a kit, there is a smoke in hand as that smoke goes down. Ethan is on super low health. Now it's just down to 1-5, manages to find one, but bomb has been ticking away for so long. Manages to pick up the kit. He has to stick this, but his head is sticking out through that smoke.
Popping out through the smoke.
Yeah, that is so unfortunate, that smoke. I think it was put down in a very panic situation, so not getting the coverage that they needed. Knew exactly where both players are, so that's a little bit unfortunate there, but they managed to get away with that one. So there you go. That's a pistol round a half for each team, and now they're on the 9-7. So we'll see if they can kind of lock this down.
See if Israel can lock it down. Obviously, Thailand weren't able to, but we got Israel starting off strong on the T side. Let's see if they can carry the momentum through and really just power on through with this offense. You know, 22 kills I see there for Landrefny, man. He's just gone ham. It's definitely the no, I'm not going to do it. He's the star player for Israel at the moment.
He is. Ginny's gone a little bit quiet now, though, hasn't she?
Well, I mean, I feel like the economy for Thailand was never that good. And at the same time, we saw her use a UMP in one of the rounds. So
absolutely.
Just would like to see her get onto a gun as soon as possible for the CT side. But obviously, the other players for Thailand need to really step up. Just like Israel, seems like a bit of a team effort now. All the players starting to get some momentum. I feel like Specs has been doing really good. Z now chiming in with a few frags. Nert's obviously getting really unlucky in a lot of the clutch situations, but he's not really playing with his teammates enough. But you see here with the CZ, Ginny's super powerful weapon in the right hands. Let's see what she can do with it. Fancy green thing shining on the screen.
Fancy green thing. That sounds like something you'd have to go to the doctor to get checked, but Nerds just flashes himself out with that MP7. Manages to spot a couple of plays, but that SMG is not going to do him too good, so manages back out. Rather get away with his life and try to pick that fight over that long range. And it looks like they're just going to kind of huddle back towards
Looks like a
main.
smoke execute. So a lot of organisation here for Israel. Let's see if it pays off in the end. I mean, they're coming up against a low buy. So the low buy really could throw some chaos into this as Thailand nowhere to be seen at the moment. But look at this PP overdose. Just man on fire.
Yeah, I thought he was going to get that. It would have been a huge frag out. That's a tilt-worthy play there from Overdose. But needs to find something here. CZ, man.
Good enough.
Oh, gets a bit of damage away. But unfortunately, it will go down nonetheless. So it's a 4-on-4 right now. Bomb is down, but this is just absolute mess of a round right now as Genius manages to find Nerds, and it looks like it's all going the other way. We're going to see... You were talking about mirrors. This is a mirror of a round. Ginny finds one with the CZ.
No, it's not over yet.
Oh, he managed to find one, but they know exactly where he is now. They need to get to that bomb. They've got the kid, so the second one comes out. He needs to land that frag, so...
Come on, Ginny. It's all onto you now. You've got the CZ, UMP, or everything. Just throw it.
He hasn't... Oh, why did he get off it?
He's got it. Oh, no kit. The kit was there. Pick it up. Where is it? It's gone. Is it under the train?
I don't know.
There was a kit. Does he need it?
Yeah.
No, it's gone. It's over.
The
dream's dead. The dream
on it though, and I don't
crusher.
think
he had to get off it to kill to win the round. He did really good there. 1 versus 3.
It seemed like he was running away.
Well, he was looking for the defuse kit probably.
Oh,
Either way, he got the trade. You mean Z was running away or?
Yeah, Z. I feel like the gunfire covered that and just could have stuck it. I mean, 10-second defuse.
Oh,
maybe if that's a kid, but.
Yeah. Hey, it's all in hindsight, mate. We get to see the
hindsight.
X-ray. And Thailand don't. But Z rescues that round for Israel. 3 versus 1. Oh,
yeah. That was something. We
close.
saw some, I don't know, it sounds a bit mean, but some uncoordinated play coming out from Israel in their situations. That's a 3-on-1.
Yeah.
Thailand, they really should have taken that round, shouldn't they?
I mean, definitely. But Z, he was favoured with the Balil, the 3 1v1 situations he got posted into. He lost the last one, but obviously played time perfectly. So,
yeah, this is very interesting that we do see the eco coming out once again. So, I mean, credit to Thailand. They got 7, and we've seen so many eco rounds as Nerds finds a couple with that MP7, banks up that rich SMG cash as this round is all but gone at this stage, unless Thailand can find something amazing here that's going to line up for him. Actually, Wonderfly manages to put that P250 to work and find the frag, but... Wonderfly, he's the only one left now.
It's just falling to pieces here. Wonderfly will be just wanting to find a gun and survive into the next round, but unfortunately he can't even do that. Specs with the Mac and just with the drive-by. Just going to close it out. So Israel now looking pretty composed, not even stressed at the moment. This is looking pretty good for them.
Yeah, I mean, I think we talk about those clutch rounds, the really pivotal moments, and I think that 3-on-1 might come back to haunt them potentially. Like you said,
this is worth clapping over, isn't it?
What's worth clapping over?
This game so far, it looks like they're going to be out of the groups here. They're going to make it out.
They do, but I mean, we play it down, right? So at this stage, we see that Switzerland are also 1-on-1. So it might actually just come down to that differential. And right now, it looks like they're heading for a single-digit victory.
Well, it's possible. Still possible for Chiefs to not make it out of this group, or Team Australia. It's still possible if they lose to the Swiss, and then the Swiss beat Thailand. Then it would be Thailand and Israel who'd go out of the group. So there's still opportunity yet.
Yeah, but I mean, do you see that happening?
No, because I don't have a crystal ball, mate. But like, it's possible. You can't rule out the possibilities. There was a game a while back. There was a game a while back between a team called Chiefs and a team called North. And if you ruled out the possibilities, then
if I'm not mistaken, you were on that analyst desk, weren't you? And I'm pretty sure you wrote it
perfectly.
I'm pretty sure it through to you. Do they have a chance?
I didn't say no. I didn't say
you said it a
no
lot
chance.
nicer.
I said, look, realistically, they don't have a chance.
He's watched that. He just watched it back. He's like,
bro, I was there. I know what happened.
I should have opened-ended it more.
Don't even start with me right now.
Okay, so 11-7. Thailand with the buy coming out. The utility's running low. We see Genius with that HE, the smoke, and the neighbor. It looks like Nertz is just going to try to make a play. He's going to find Wonderfly. Wonderfly needs to just find a little bit of form here, get a couple of frags, help his teammates
out.
He's
in a really good position to do it, and they've called it. They've got the outside stack. 4 players outside, and here it comes. PP overdose with the entry, really going to put a stop to the Israeli strat. As Nerds finally gets an entry. Oh, wow. Ethan Lely is definitely stealing some finesse from his brother, the Swedish superstar Marco Lely. As
that was a long
unfortunately goes down,
mate.
But
Nerds, yeah, he's down to 12 health. Has not got the bomb. He's got very little to work with, and I think on that
6 seconds left. They've left this really late here, unfortunately, but what a great round there from Thailand as they stop the rot. Let's see how much they can get back into this round, or into this half rather. and secure this victory for either team, really. I mean, it's still up in the air, like we were saying. Now, just look at the scores individually for each of the players. You can see a pretty good team effort coming out from Thailand at the moment. PP Overdose getting the entry, or so much we would say as a CT. They're just stopping the offensive strat there, and he's probably not doing the most for that team at the moment. So good to see him step up. But the Israeli guys, I feel like they've got to look at that nice motivational speech there coming out from the coach.
I think he's got a worried resting face.
Worried resting face.
He just looks really concerned. I don't know if he's really concerned or...
Yeah, concerned resting face. What do you reckon?
Concerned, yeah. Unless he might actually just be concerned. I mean, this team has Ginny. 14-14 now, so...
He's heard the stories of the Dream Crusher.
Yeah, the Dream Crusher, Ginny. So we'll see if we find that form with an M4 in hand. We see the Thamus on Ethan. So I did see Ginny make that play. Obviously a little bit concerned about where that final T player was. Tried to recover that AWP in there, but not making it through. So interesting little buy-up. Obviously that CT economy coming to haunt them. Nerds there. Gets a nice little peek, and it looks like it's going to be a rush. We'll see if Ginny can do what Lefreni was doing before. Finds the spray. No chance of coming through. The trade comes out. So obviously favoring the bomb. Will go down onto that inner bomb side, and now it's up for the retake. Nerds is going to find the frag to make it a bit. But Ginny, Dream Crusher crushes Nerds Dreams 4-on-3.
It's a huge numerical advantage here for the CTs. They're retaking with a full squad pretty much after stacking outside. It hasn't paid off for them so far. Frizer with a nice shot on the Wanderfly. Ginny just doing work at the moment with this. So retake comes in, and Lan Refni just says, you know what, I'm the star player for Israel. I'm going to do my work. It's pretty good positions here for the T's. And Refni again just going ham. He doesn't care. PP Overdose with the UMP. He's got Diffuse Kit this time.
Yeah,
he's all over this at the moment. 5 HP, runs out of ammo. Lan Refni just carrying the whole team really hard with those 3 late round frags. He looks happy about it too, doesn't he?
He's having the time of his life.
He's like, whatever, man. I don't even need a microphone. Get that out of my face.
Just like, yeah, get out of the way, mate. Boys, just do as I do. But there's going to be no players left the way he is going. He's going 25-10.
He's doing all the talking with his mouse.
Yeah, I mean, this is an impressive showing here. And he opts to get that Mac 10 there, obviously knowing how the economy is of Thailand, just trying to build up that economy to make sure they have a nice
that's how it's done,
ending.
boys. That's just how it's done.
Yeah, I mean,
but he really needs everyone else to step up, because it's still a close game. As Thailand, they're on the eco at the moment. Genius spots out the inside rush. Whoa, does a lot of damage. But again, Thailand opt for those 4 players outside. They've done it every single round so far, and they're going to get punished for it if they keep doing it. So, no, it's only eco round, but that was a good opportunity for Thailand.
Yeah, you know, at this stage, if Israel get away with this, manage to give them a gun, it's going to be very difficult for Thailand to claw back. And really, I mean, on this map, you expect them to have a bit more of a prolific CT side, but they've just been struggling, haven't they?
Yeah, it hasn't been a fun side for the Thailand. Second half is they just haven't had any momentum at this point. But I think I see signs. I see signs of it. If they can just shut down the Lan Refni when he gets into sights, you know, so, I mean, you never want to target just one player, but they really just need to, across the board, just focus and, you know, cover all their angles. And a map like Train, it's very... Patience is rewarded, especially on a retake. And I feel like if someone was just waiting for that play from Lan Refni, he wouldn't have got so many frags. But everyone was a bit hectic there, maybe communication issues, whatnot. But if they just slow it down, focus, and hold their angles just for a little bit longer, they had the diffuse kit, so it was definitely a winnable round for Thailand. So they just need to see if they can recover from that. Obviously, their economy is in tatters at the moment. They're on another force buy. It's going to get Israel to their 14th round. Israel just starting to feel it now. They're really confident, really fast plays. Specs just going out T-mid with the AWP. Let's see if he can give it away, though, and give Thailand away back to this map.
Yeah, we'll see if that can happen. But obviously, Israel, not as much international experience as we would like. So, I mean, they'd definitely be a confidence team right now, and they've definitely shaken off the worst.
Maybe not on land, but, mate, if I was in Israel, you'd be playing anyone, wouldn't you, really? There'd be a lot of different nations there you'd be playing, so that's a lot of international experience. Danny?
I said international land experience, I think. Maybe I did. We'll have to watch the VOD. But regardless, what I'm saying is Israel, they're definitely the confidence players, right? That first half, they kind of did fall apart. You said they were in tatters. It was all going to, you know, downhill. But now they've got a couple of rounds off the back of Lan Refni's great plays and big numbers. And now they look very comfortable. And they look
like they were losing every single clutch situation. And now coming into this T side where they just haven't even needed to. Got there. But too little, too late. Just 1 versus 5.
I don't think this is a completely different side to what they're doing first up. They're comfortable. Lan Refni's hitting everything. He's probably just thinking what's going to happen for lunch right now.
Yeah, he's like, do they have guns? Nah, who cares? It's the last round.
Are they bot right now? What's going on? Why aren't you guys keeping up with me?
Just kill them.
I won't 30 bomb. Specs, catch up to me, and maybe I'll go for that 30 bomb. But yeah, this is going to be a hard Israeli team.
When Fraser tries to talk to Len Refney, he's just going to be like, sorry, mate, can't hear you down there on the bottom of the scoreboard.
Oh, let's not bring that in, mate. We're classier than that here.
Toxic.
Very much so.
Look at Fraser. You just see from the way he's playing. It's just like not really talking.
You of all people know that. Let's stop debating.
I'm just memeing the chat
here. So we see Ethan with that orb. He hasn't been too effective with it thus far, but right now, if they're going to do anything, they need to do it right now because they're not going to have too much money after this situation. Len Refney, just the entries.
Standard Len Refney, really, isn't
defense, everything is just on point for this guy right
Ethan
now.
Lely, lot to do here with the close range AWP. We've seen him pull it off once. The boost coming out from Israel. This is good. I like to see that.
They're making a lot of noise over there.
And Refney's
just looking at the roof.
What happened, dude?
Yeah, boost. Why aren't you boosting? Listen to me. I'm carrying you, but Ginny there. We need to wake the sleeping
Mario.
That's actually a good jump sound. Yeah, you practiced that, haven't you?
No.
No, really. That's
bro, I didn't come into this game thinking, you know what? I might throw a Mario reference in there.
That dead set. People would have thought you had it on auto cue. Yeah, soundboard that. But Z coming out towards upper. We'll find something. It's a 4-on-4 situation. He's still plenty of left to play. This round more so important for Thailand more than it's for Israel, but it looks like Israel are just kind of lock it down. He doesn't expect Ginny to be in that close quarter. Tries to get the spray on to
such low HP.
Yeah, they're all so
Thailand have to capitalize on this round to get back into this game.
Oh, goodness.
Peekaboo.
That was a little bit more delayed. I'd like to see if I managed to get away with the frag nonetheless. So 3-on-2. Specs is literally on the 1 HP, but does have that weapon he requires and manages to get the kill. It's always so understated how important a kill with the current 1 HP can be. So now it's a 2-on-2 there. Myth, a little bit of team damage done, but Ginny coming big in this round, getting 3. Can she get the 4K? Literally just needs one bullet. Could breathe on Specs.
There you go.
There you have it.
Ginny from the block.
Oh, you were holding on that for a while. You're probably upset that she wasn't going as hard this half, were you?
No, man. Just laying down the smack here.
Yeah.
She's just wiped the Israeli team.
Look at her. She's
again.
emotionless as well. She's like
doesn't care. She's like, dude, I did this in my sleep. I'm a dream crusher.
Evil villain from like a sci-fi movie, just like no expression.
I wouldn't. Yeah, true. See, I always thought
like
of Rain as like a really good Bond villain.
Right.
Like he'd be perfect for that, right? But because like he's huge. Have you met him?
Yes.
He's like 10 foot tall. He would crush men too.
Yeah, but Bond always gets rid of those guys like too quickly, right? He's just too smart for them. But
so he needs like an intellectual match, doesn't he, really?
Yeah.
Oh, fast inside push here. Genius, a lot of work to do.
No,
does a bit of damage, but Ginny on the rotate with the AWP. Haven't seen her AWP much, have we? But
she can do it all. Doesn't matter. She can do it all. Look at her. She finds one, gets the trade bomb, will go down. So it has to be playing for a retake now. As he gets taken down, but Frenny will find PP over to. So 3-on-4 situation. Still a lot of utilities here to be used by the CTs. They didn't find that 10th round, or else they'll be going on to match point. Ginny, unfortunately, the timing there, and Specs with a nice flank onto that star player. So now it's down to Ethan. Wannafly. Ethan finds one, gets a second as well, but then Frenny will take down Wannafly. He knows where one of the players are. Z's on super low health as well, but that AWP not ideal right now. Managed to spot one, gets tagged down to 17, so it looks like it's going to be all she wrote. And match point up for the guys from Israel. And just the man of the hour right there.
Len Refney's just doing everything, isn't he? He's carrying hard. He's carrying hard. And Jenny's not able to do anything at that point. She's like, it's not my mouse. That's not my mouse. It's not my bungee. You know where I'm going with that?
Yes, I know.
Oh, yeah, come on.
Oh,
get around
goodness. But this is unfortunate for Thailand, isn't it? We thought it might get like this.
I thought they were in this. I thought they were in this with a shot. But, you know, Israel's just fast-paced, really caught them off guard. Like, talking Counter-Strike, like, let's be honest.
Yeah.
Thailand just haven't had any luck stopping the attacks. But when they do get the first entry kills, like first couple of kills in the round, it really puts a brick wall up for Israel. But other than that, there's been nothing to divide them. And unfortunately, Israel have just marched on through without an issue. Just about 9 times out of 10 on the T side. A few clutch rounds, obviously, but all going the way of Israel. Thailand, they've only won the rounds pretty much when they put a stop to it at the start.
Yeah, and right now they need to stave this up with a couple of CZs. They've obviously left nothing to the drawing board, trying to take this to that 15 orb, but there is a big hill to climb, and the money over on to Israel. They can pretty much throw this round around and buy up just as well into the next.
Seen them do it before, but they couldn't clinch it at the end. So
yeah,
I wouldn't rule them out at this stage, but here we go. Ginny again. She's PP overdose. This is the power wombo combo here. Like, they're just holding that small ladder so well, both of them. As Ginny's just got the AK-47, and that's who you want to have it at this point.
Definitely, just give it to Ginny.
Specs, so he just misses the shot. They think they're still in that small ladder area. Ginny unable to do anything with it, but PP overdose with another kill. As Wannafly with a long-range CZ shot. 2 versus 2 here. Very dicey situation for both teams, as we see Israel just wanting to close out this match as the round sort of resets here. But Len Refney, you just can't stop him.
Yeah. this might be a bit of a call on Clichy. Specs actually missed that shot. You expect him to land it most often than not. That ref actually goes down, so you expect him to win that duel as well. But PP over is doing something, just trying to keep it alive for the guys and girl from Thailand. Now Specs, he knows where he is. He knows he's in and about the bomb train. I think he saw that pixel there.
Oh, Specs. What a way to finish the game. And there you have it. Israel come away with the win.
Yes, I mean, in the end, we did pick them as favourites, but really getting into cruise control mode there. And now they just have to wait on a couple of results.
Wait out the results of the other games. Yeah, I mean, look, we say we picked them as favourites, but I don't feel like that was a huge team performance. I feel a lot of individuality, and I got to say, the man in the match for them. Specs also on that AWP had some really nice shots, really crucial shots rather. Like those sorts of shots open up the rounds. Thailand, they can be happy with that. They did a pretty good account of themselves. Yeah,
absolutely. So there we have it. Israel getting the scalps of Switzerland and Thailand. Now it just kind of comes down, unfortunately, the guys from Thailand, maybe they can explore the wonderful city of Busan, but it looks like they will be going home with a 0-3, which is unfortunate for them.
No, but I mean, they gave it their all, and that's all you can ask for. Pretty unfortunate circumstances. You'd be pretty upset, wouldn't you, with what happened to Ginny and losing their mouse and Bungie. So there's always going to play in the back of their mind now, whereas if they went into this game with their own stuff, then they'd be happy with the loss and just be, at least they gave it everything they had.
Yeah, so right now this group, I mean, it does look like Australia and Israel will make it through unless the Swiss can pull out something amazing, like a very lopsided against the Tier 1 team in this group.
Yeah, so I mean, I wouldn't expect the Swiss to win, but like I said, man, it's Counter-Strike and anything can happen.
Yeah, indeed, that will be the case. We'll be back with the rest of this afternoon's matches after this short break. Don't go anywhere.